we're down here at the bottom corner, or the bottom of this paddock. This property goes down further. What we're going to be doing today, because yesterday I got all of this cleared with the string trimmer. Like, I have this roll of wire unrolled all the way from the other side. I need to finish that, close it up, and we're going to hang this wire today. When you're doing these rolls come in 330-foot long rolls. And when you're doing that, you need to understand that they get a whole lot easier to handle after they've unrolled a bit. So I would much rather work with half a roll of wire than a whole roll of wire. So I take the easy runs, like the ones going downhill, and they're straight with no obstructions, and I'll do those with the beginning of the roll. Then when I have the difficult ones, like this one, where it has to squeeze between that tree and that fence line, and I got to roll this thing up vertical and work it around that tree, rather do that with half a roll than a whole roll. All right, this is the fence line you saw me at last time, and I've got it all clipped up and anchored down. It's good and tight. We're ready to go. Now this will be the post. Let me get this right. This will be the post that the gate closes on. The other side, the hinge post, where the gate swings from, is the line I'm working on right now, and there's that. And there's our fence wire laying down sloppy. But that's okay, because it's just laying down. It hasn't been tied up yet. Start by running a staple in almost all the way. Now, I'm only tying in the top fence rail, this top wire. That's all I'm going to do. And there's a reason for that. What I'm doing is cutting this top wire out so that it will be able to go all the way around this post. Wrap all the way around it, and then under the staple that I just put in, because I didn't put it in all the way, I put it in about halfway. Now I have found one wire or one fence staple generally holds this fence good enough, but I put in two. Rule of the redneck: there's no such thing as anything that's over-engineered. All right, I'm not going to tie in anything else right now, because we're going to go down to the other end and put the come-along on it, and we're going to winch this fence up straight, and it'll look almost installed when we're done. You'd be amazed at what it looks like. This is our fence stretcher. This is what grips the top wire, and it just rides there on the fence. You can get these at any feed store. They're not that expensive. And this is the working end of a come-along. Just a plain old cheap come-along. Put a chain around the top of the fence to a come-along to a fence wire grabber, and you can see our fence laying down there. I got it kind of hooked up there. I'll have to take that down, but our fence goes down that way and it's laying down. I'm not sure, because of this, how far it's got to go and all it's got to stand up. kind of wiggly going around that tree down there. We'll see how if I can get this thing fully stood up with just the amount I have with this come along. May have to readjust it, tack it temporarily and readjust it. Look at that fence standing up. These little things here, funny little pieces of wire. These are called fence clips for T-posts. And I don't know, a lot of people call them a lot of things. A lot of things aren't fit for family viewing. But these are actually simple to install on a fence to hold them tight to a fence clip, or I mean to a T-post. Now, you remember this thing had those two holes. One of the things they're good for, I like to bend this small end of the fence clip to be a little tighter hook. And it's real easy and quick with this. Works like a champ. You can do a whole bunch of them in no time. Terry was helping me put up paddocks and up front, and when we first got here, we were flying fast and loose, not trying to do them correct, just trying to get them up. And she was able to bend up 50 of these in no time. Big help. Get somebody on the side that can do something. You know, if you got little kids around, a little kid can do this. They need jobs too. They need to be part of what makes things work. Okay, now I'm going to take you move, and I'm going to show you how this works. All I need to do this, to put this thing on, is a good old rusty nail. A long one. Doesn't have to be rusty, just adds character. And the way this works, you hang this up where it needs to be. You make sure you watch the bottom of your fence line, because you don't want your fence to be where the goats can get under it. And you don't want the fence to be wanting to be 2 inches below the ground either. Now you take that hook end and you hook it on one side, bend it all the way around so that the loop is on the other side, and it goes around the back side of the T-post. Now you put that nail through that loop from the back side of the T-post and bend it. How easy is that? That is so easy to do, and it takes no time to put a clip on. I've seen people working so hard trying to put these things on, and they're using pliers and everything. They're wondering why this thing is so long. This part is long so that it can brace up against this, so that you can use something like a nail to wrap it. The only thing I have about them is that they should have made these little hooks a little tighter, but they work. Okay, I have the come along all set, and we're down at the other end now, the far end. And we're going to pull this bottom wire tight. I don't know how much it's going to show a big difference, but we'll give her a look-see. Well, no job's complete until you see it done. So here it is, folks. That's a pretty straight fence, even if it goes through the trees.